Knocked away by Johnson. It's loose. Page Johnson! Oh, they're dancing in the aisles.
Well, now that's an image that really told the story this past Saturday as North Carolina took down Kentucky 82-77. And here to talk about some SEC basketball, our studio analyst Jordan Cornette, and joining us as well, Kentucky insider Dick Gabriel. And Dick, you know, with the loss for Kentucky at the Dean Dome, they're now just 1-3 away from Rupp Arena. This is not what we or fans expected from this Wildcats basketball team. So is there cause for concern in Lexington right now?
Not yet, but there will be if they lose to Louisville, and then UK's fans will be howling. But look at the North Carolina game. They missed 14 of 43 free throws. They committed 19 turnovers, still a two-possession game in the last minute. But right now, they're still a collection of individuals. They got to learn to play as a team. They got to get some leadership somewhere. If they don't do that, it's going to be a disappointing season. The good news is there's still a lot of time.
Dick, I think there's a little bit more cause for concern than you're letting on, and it's because of that leadership or lack thereof. When you look at leadership, you typically look at the guard play. Well, it's been suspect down there in Lexington. More turnovers than assists for this basketball team. No team, I don't care if you have Michael Jordan on the roster, can succeed when you're being hampered with a statistic like that. Now, also look at the bench. It's an incredibly weak bench. They're getting no production there. Alex Poythress has been incredibly underwhelming for this basketball team. The three-point line has been a virtual non-weapon. There's a lot of question marks right now, and until somebody steps up and establishes himself as that leader, I question where this Kentucky team can go this year.
So we mentioned UK's road record, and Florida's, guys, is really not much better. They're just 1-2 outside of Gainesville. But, Jordan, you believe the best is yet to come for this team. How so?
Florida, I believe, is a true national title contender right now simply because everybody's healthy. You were without Scotty Wilbekin at Wisconsin. You lose by 6, and you see how great this Wisconsin team is. You go to UConn. You almost beat UConn. Scotty Wilbekin, you're without him for the last few minutes of the game. Well, he comes back. He's joined by Casey Hill in that backcourt. They're healthy. What do? They go out and beat Kansas. Now, the biggest question mark standing waiting in the wings is Chris Walker, the elite freshman. 6'10", gives you size, will benefit. Patrick Young will benefit from having him in that lineup. This Florida Gator basketball team is one that doesn't rebound very well or defend and block shots really well. Those are two places Chris Walker excels. When this guy comes and plays and gets in a uniform, which you're expecting to be in the next 2 weeks, this team becomes one of the deepest, most talented, and a true national title contender. Billy Donovan's got to be chomping at the bit to get this guy on the roster and ready to play.
I completely agree. Patrick Young is a beast. He's an upperclassman. He's been around the league a lot. Scotty Wilbekin, a talented player. Casey Hill is going to be talented as well. And you look at all the injuries. They've had bad ankles, bad knees, bad hips, mono. When they're healthy, as I told you guys before the season began, Florida's going to make a run at Kentucky and probably will blow right by the Wildcats.
Well, here's a surprise team. I mean, the Missouri football team shocked everybody. The basketball team is kind of following suit here. They're 10-0, but Dick, just one win over a top 25 opponent. So the question to you is, are the Tigers for real, or is it still wait and see?
Well, obviously at home they're real, 24 straight wins, but you got to like the fact that they beat UCLA at home. They were impressive. Ernest Bass can shoot the ball, and Jabari Brown with 22 against the Bruins, and Jonathan Williams had 15 rebounds. So if they can take all that on the road and keep winning, yeah, they'll be for real. That's always the real test, as you know, of any college basketball team. Can you get it done away from home? But they're very well coached. They play with a lot of intensity. And don't forget, their volleyball team won something like 27 or 28 straight. It might be a magical year in Columbia, for all you know.
Dick, I think without a doubt it's going to be a magical year this year for this Mizzou team. It's because they have length and athleticism. You look at 3 of their guards, their best players, and Brown, Clarkson, and Ross, they're 6'5" or bigger. They're all incredibly physical. This is a team that can defend anybody in the land. They really turn the water off on their opponents, and what do? They get that ball out in transition and go. That length and that athleticism has proved too much for each opponent this year, and like all special teams, they defend the home court better than anybody. The longest win streak in all the land at home at 25. If you don't lose at home, you can steal some wins outside of the home floor. This team can get it done and can really contend for a title in that SEC. I think now you're looking at Mizzou and Florida as the front runners. Kentucky is kind of behind them a little bit.
And you look at the non-conference record at home for this team. 80 straight non-conference wins. They'll try to make it 81 straight at home against Illinois on Saturday. And we talked about the home. Now they go on the road in the 28th at NC State, so we'll see how things go. Jordan, great stuff as always. Dick Gabriel, pleasure. Thanks again.